No, you can't silence me. I know my constitutional rights. No, listen. I'm not weird. Stop judging me. I don't care if no one accepts me. I have feelings about a Dream SMP member in 2026. Do you know what that does to a person? I'm just being myself. The Christmas album changed me. Shut up. Brittany Broski understands me. And you will too. I made a slideshow. Because, jschlatt, you've gotta come home. The kids miss you. But I am about to glaze you, so... Look away. I got my schlocks on, and it's time to party.
There he is! There's my favorite white boy!
Jschlatt. I discovered him through the Dream SMP, like most people. Which, miraculously, he escaped as one of its least controversial members. Which is insane, considering how people were witch hunting him at the time. However, I remained strong. I was a believer to the end. Because, unlike most Dream SMP members, I have common sense. My evidence? I survived the Great Purge of 2021.
This is what it's all about! Get fucked!
I was a real one, and I haven't stopped being a fan all this time.
The fucking desk, dude! I'm gnawing at the iron bars of my enclosure.
Your Honor, if I may. I am based in reality. Not insane, not delusional. Okay. I am delusional. You don't have to yell at me. Who isn't in today's society? Hear me out. He's charming, funny, witty, tall. And we have a lot in common. Let a girl enjoy a YouTuber as a treat. Let me kick my feet, twirl my hair. Gnaw at my bars. I can admire the man in a totally normal, nonchalant way. Am I obvious? Yes! Ding, ding, ding! Now, what are my feelings? Well, he's like, cool, or whatever. I like his content. Okay, I need an emotions wheel. Nope! Boring! Squire! Executed immediately! This is a bit. He's missing. My men can't get a read on him. And I get it. It's for his mental health, and I would never give anyone grief for that. Whichever way I can support his happiness, I want to. Because this is the actual reason this slideshow exists. He's helped me more than he could know. And now I have a lot of feelings. Because, Your Honor, I am a woman. Boys, for some reason, have always been a problem for me. For some reason, I consistently pick the worst possible option. My Achilles heel, my personal boulder. Like Sisyphus, I've spent a great deal of my life picking myself back up. But about a year ago, I got flattened by the situationship final boss. He was smart, charming, witty, tall. I had my penultimate crash out when I finally walked away from him and his friend group. All of those crash out days blur together now. I only have the pieces I can see through stained glass windows in my memory. From finally sitting down and learning hiragana and katakana, to reading the let them theory and hating what I found. It was the evening right before dinner. I just remember laying on the floor doodling and listening to the let down plus choir mix. And I cried. I cried because of all the loss, how out of control my life felt. Because I wanted to give up, to just accept that I was meant to be alone. Just as I have feared ever since recess in kindergarten, when I would bounce along the lines of an empty basketball court. But I was nudged and called for dinner. So I wiped my final tears over this loss, and I stood back up again. Our lives have rules. Suffering cannot last forever, and the world works in mysterious ways. Around that time, the weekly slap made its miraculous reappearance. The sun was warm as I was sitting at my desk, journaling because apparently that's supposed to help, but nothing was. And then I saw the upload. I perked up and smiled, because for the brief time it was actually weekly, every video was a nudge in the right direction, and it snowballed. Something about them made me feel so much less alone. It was like hearing another person talking nearby. And since there was so much silence to fill, listening to those words distracted me from the pain of constantly picking up the pieces. And it wasn't just noise. Somewhere in the background of the fog, he mentioned, almost as an aside, that he was learning Japanese. Not as a bit, not as content, but something he was doing for himself. And that small, unbothered confidence snuck past all the noise in my head and planted something. Because, funny enough, one of the things that drew me to that situationship in the first place was that he knew Japanese. And realizing that made me stop and ask, why was I chasing that in someone else instead of just wanting it for myself? I've always wanted to learn Japanese, and Schlatt getting on that train planted the idea that maybe I was smart enough to do it too. Ima nara watashi ni mo dekiru. Remember the Christmas album? It always goes back to Christmas with me, doesn't it? You know, from the beginning of the video. The one I made jokes about? Yeah, I need to come clean about that one. I love Christmas.
Hey, no, stay. Hey, I see you moving. Drop it. Leave it. Subscribe. I mean, yes, I am still talking about Christmas. I am so tired of 90% of the people in my life cringing when I go ham about Christmas. Let me have my tunes. Like, loving something warm and earnest openly is somehow embarrassing. People roll their eyes. They groan when the music starts.
You learn to make the joke about yourself before anyone else can. And then this man, this dream SMP villain, Schlag, Schlanta Claus, Schlong, put out a genuinely good Christmas album. Crooning, full commitment, zero irony. And I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be normal about that? With my tragic anime backstory? Normal? Seeing someone love the holiday just like me? Be weird, quote unquote, like me?
And I was beyond happy. Not just because it's good, and it is. He can sing, which is genuinely unfair. But because someone with an audience of millions just openly loved the thing I have always been made to feel out of place for loving. Which is something he does. A lot. Like with D&D, or being too loud. For years, I have made myself small. Quiet. Just like on that playground.
And only recently have I started learning, maybe I don't have to. That's the thing about seeing people like you. It's not always a friend or a partner. Sometimes it's just proof, Your Honor. Proof that the stuff you love isn't wrong. And that there are other people out there just as particular as you. You could say he had that soul read on me. Which gives me hope for the bigger stuff, too.
I thought that situationship was the person for me. That no one else could compare. Even though he never even truly accepted me. I just convinced myself he had. He was ashamed to be in public with me. There was not an ounce of genuine kindness in his soul that he offered me. And I was fine with that. He didn't have to try to make me feel small. I did that myself. But I never would have done what he did to me to anyone. He was always borderline cruel. Slightly selfish. Slightly off. Until he found a better toy to play with. And dropped the borderline. It was conditional. All of it. He was never my person, despite how badly I wanted him to be. And honestly, that experience makes me more sure there is someone out there for me. Because if that's what I was willing to accept, I know that with the right person, I will never be small again. So, come home whenever you're ready, big guy. Or don't.
If you found your happiness far away from here, hold it tight for us. The kids miss you, and I'm content yearning right here.
Another day, another end card. But thank you so much for watching. Also, I am doing much better now, but I am totally going to capitalize on my trauma for content. Also, just as a heads up, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm probably gonna start live streaming. And also, I do love the weekly slap format, so keep a lookout on if I post something asking for questions. That is all. I hope you have an awesome day. Bye!